Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is December 7th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see California here to the right, Hawaiian Islands bottom left, strong frontal system into the Pacific Northwest. Some of that is going to be clipping northern portions of California, but it's not going to bring precipitation down towards the Bay Area or Southern California, anything like that. However, we are going to bring some high pressure across the Great Basin as we head on in towards this upcoming week and drive some offshore winds. And then we will take a look at the extended forecast as we go through the video this morning. First of things first, look at Modesto, quarter mile. Fresno right now at an eighth of a mile. Sacramento at 2 miles visibility. So there is some fog and some haze out there. So take it a little slow if you're out and about this morning. See a little bit of a gale warning off the coastline there. And checking storm reports, look at this. Cold core funnel right on the Mexico-Arizona border there near Interstate 19. And so I checked that out. This is yesterday's NAM run, the North American model. And you can see there is some CAPE out there and some shower activity. So that looks like a very reliable report there. So yeah, interesting stuff. Cold core funnel there near the border in Arizona. Now, this is what's upcoming through this week, increasing fire weather concerns as we go on into the early and mid portion of this week. And we have some fire danger accompanying this, some very low relative humidities and some gusty winds. So that is not good for fire danger here. And the fire weather watch is in effect. You can see it here across Southern California. This is San Diego National Weather Service talking about the Santa Ana winds coming up here as well. Take a look at that in the weather models in a moment. Taking a look at here, Yuma, Phoenix, El Centro. You can see the cooling trend as we go through the early portion of this week as this cooler high pressure system sets down across some of the southwest USA. And now looking at that, this is mean sea level pressure. So as we scroll through the day today and tomorrow, we start to see that high pressure build in as we go through the day Monday there. And then it really gets in place here as we go on in towards Tuesday morning. So that's what's going to be driving these offshore winds. Lower pressure towards the coast, higher pressure. These are going to be spilling over the terrain, compressing, warming. The relative humidities are going to get really low, and we're going to get some strong offshore winds with that. And that's what's going to be driving that fire danger as we go on in towards the early and mid portion of this upcoming week. And if we take a look at 925 millibars, about 2,500 feet off the surface, so I just want to kind of show you this. You got some northerlies coming Sunday and some gusty winds associated with that, but nothing too crazy. However, then you go on in towards Monday afternoon, you can see the offshore winds really start to come across the region. You get the northeast winds across the Bay Area. You can see it coming through the canyons and the gaps across Southern California. Some strong winds across the desert areas, western Arizona. And you can see this continue all the way out and through Tuesday here. And look at the Baja Peninsula. There's some strong offshore winds as well as we go through Tuesday and all the way on in through Wednesday coming up here. So we could have long duration red flag fire potential here as we go on in through the mid portion of the week. GFS, let's just take a look at that here really quick, see what kind of model agreement we have. We're going to scroll off in towards Monday, and you can clearly see the offshore winds arriving on the GFS as well. So pretty high confidence in this Santa Ana wind event coming up. Taking a look at the GFS and the 12Z run. So not great news here, but you can see the Pacific Northwest just continues to get rounds of storms here as we go on in through this upcoming week. But some of the models were showing better systems getting down towards California. This one clips northern portions, mainly north of the Bay Area here as we go, off in the extended forecast. But man, there's not much out there in the extended forecast as far as storms showing up in the recent model runs here this morning and last night until you go way out there towards mid-December. So yeah, not great news there. We'll continue to check back on that because some models have been flipping and flopping, and maybe they will flop back towards a more stormy pattern here for California. If we look at the artificial intelligence European as well, I'll scroll through here and you can see it does clip Northern California at times, and this strong storm system here would be next weekend. We have to watch that one. That could bring some interesting weather into California for a time, and then you can see additional frontal systems as well. So that'd be more interesting here, what the European artificial intelligence is showing. So there still is some hope in the extended forecast, but this is the 15-day precipitation anomaly with the same model here and not showing a lot of precipitation associated with it. So we'll see how that trends. Daily 2-meter max temperatures. You can kind of see the cooling trend here as we go on into the week coming up. We're going from, if I back this up, this is today. You can see the 60s out there, some of the valley areas, and even the deserts are cooling down as we go on into the mid portion of next week coming up here, but nothing too dramatic. Taking a look at 2-meter minimum temperature, check it out. So we go through Monday morning, look at some of these chilly temperatures across the valley areas and, of course, across the higher terrain, even Los Angeles metro here, down into the 40s for some areas, and even a little bit cooler higher off in the foothills there. So, watch out for that. A little bit of chilly temperatures out there. And we go through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and kind of see that cooling trend that's going to be in place here over some of the Southwest. Now, they still continue to show this in the experimental product, and the European Artificial Intelligence did hint at some of this as well, but they still have the slight risk for some heavy precipitation through the mid-portion of December. Snow, they keep pushing this towards, 14th through 16th there. They drop it back a day each time, but yeah, we'll see how that trends. And here we go, the slight for some risk of wind as well, but take that with a grain of salt. Here's the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, above average here. And again, keep watching the channel, checking back daily, and we'll see how this trends. 8 to 14 day, and some sign for some above average here, but there is that below average signal here as well. So anyway, yeah, we'll continue to watch that and break it down and see how that trends in the upcoming days. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.